Don't you think it's time that you started to prioritize yourself? Don't you think it's time that you start to put more of the focus on yourself and your overall well-being, focusing on your mind, on your body, on your soul, so you can live a more fulfilling life? Whenever I'm not prioritizing myself or I'm not focusing on myself, I feel the shift. I feel more stress, I feel more anxiety, I feel more fear. I don't feel very good about myself. I start to overthink, which really feels draining. It is so draining. So I want to talk about some ways that we can get back on track, get back to ourselves, and really start to focus on what it is that we want to do, where we want to go, like put more of that energy back into ourselves, because it is so hard to give to others when our cup is not full. So if your cup is not full, you are just going to be running yourself dry. Whenever I'm not focused on myself, I really see the difference in my day. I notice that my morning and my nighttime routines really just start to go away. I start doing less mindful practices. I start scrolling on my phone more, and I want to find little things to distract me, because I'm not dealing with the stress, I'm not dealing with the anxiety, I'm not dealing with what is coming up for me. And instead, I'm finding distractions to take me away from myself. But really, we need to be very aware of the things that we are doing every single day, because whenever we bring more awareness to those things, then we can change it. Then we can realize, oh, yeah, I'm distracting myself. There's something going on within me. I need to really tend to that. Because whenever we don't, you're just gonna spiral, and then before you know it, you're gonna find yourself in a place that you don't want to be. So how can we turn all of that around and use our energy in a way that is beneficial, put the focus back on ourselves, and really set ourselves up for success? This is something that I stress very, very often, but morning routines are going to be so important. Nighttime and morning routines. Really, your day starts the night before. Like, the next day always starts the night before. What you do the night before is really going to determine the mood that you wake up in, the things that you get done, your energy levels. So pay attention what you're doing at night and what your nighttime routine consists of. What I have found to be true for me has been, whenever I eat too late, I feel very heavy and I wake up very hungry, and I don't have as much energy as I should the next day. Whenever I don't reflect, and whenever I don't really tap in with myself and ask myself how my day was, and really just kind of release a lot of the trapped emotions that I've been dealing with, whenever I don't do that, I wake up and I notice that I want to go straight to my phone, or I want to automatically start my day with distractions, which then really pours into the other areas of my life. Like, I notice that I start really slacking in my workouts. I'm spending less time at the gym. And then following that, a few days later, I might not even go to the gym. And really, the gym for me is not like a punishment. I do it because it makes me feel good. I do it because I enjoy really moving my body and really working out and seeing the changes. It has really helped me with grief. Whenever my father was in a tragic accident and he was going through his process of transitioning out of this life, I was really going to the gym consistently, and I was pushing so hard at the gym, and it really helped me release a lot of these, trapped emotions, anger and grief. So I do feel like it is also very beneficial for your mind. It teaches you discipline and consistency. So with the nighttime and morning routines, I'd also think it's important to really take care of your physical and your mental health. Making sure that you are doing mindful practices, even if it is at least a few times a week, or for me, I like to do at least one a day. And it doesn't have to be something, extreme. You don't have to do like breath work every single day, or do ice baths, or do meditation every single day if that's not your thing. You can do simpler things. You can do like journaling, you can go for a walk, you can spend time in nature. And then you can also do the other things like breath work, meditation, yoga, whatever aligns with you the best. I think that you need to pick at least one of those things and try to implement that at least a few times a week. For me, I do meditation, I do yoga, I do breath work, I do journaling, I do rapé, which is an indigenous tobacco snuff that has other herbs blended into it, and it is administered through the nose, and it is very grounding. It really allows me to tap into myself, and really it like brings everything to the surface. Like if there's anything that I'm avoiding, I really feel it come up, and it also really helps tap into gratitude and appreciation for me. But I am someone that is very connected to earth medicines, plant medicines. This is the path that I am on. So that is just part of my routine. Not everyone is going to be doing those things. These are ancestral medicines, and they really need to be approached with a lot of love and a lot of respect. But as far as everything else, you are really just connecting back to yourself. And one of the main things when it comes to focusing on yourself is giving yourself that self-care, giving yourself that self-love. So many times whenever I'm in meditation or I am in breath work, I take some time to really like allow myself to release if anything is coming up, like if I feel like I need to cry, if I feel like I need to scream. And I also hug myself a lot. Like I really just sit here and I just like hug myself and really just hold myself, feel myself, support myself, tell myself how proud I am of myself. And I really give myself that validation. You have to give yourself that validation. We cannot expect others to validate us, and we cannot expect others to fully support us 24/7. You need to be that rock for yourself. So bringing the attention back to yourself, asking yourself what it is that you need, making sure you're doing mindful practices, making sure that you are taking care of your body, making sure that you are eating well, going to the gym, going for a walk, doing yoga, do some sort of physical activity. Whenever you are looking good on the outside, you're also going to feel really good on the inside. I guarantee that you will. Anytime you feel yourself shifting, anytime you feel yourself distracting yourself, pay attention to that. Where is your energy going? Where is your time going? The most valuable thing that we have in our life is our time. How are we spending that? That is the only thing that we do not get back. So whenever you are giving your time to another individual, that is very valuable. Where are your thoughts? What are you thinking? How are you talking to yourself? More positive thoughts, more positive thinking. And I know that's not always easy. And I'm speaking from experience, okay? I've dealt with depression for a lot of my life. So I understand that whenever you get into that space of feeling like everything is hopeless, you just like want to stay in there. You're just like, there's just no way out. Whenever we are getting into these places of feeling really sad and really upset and feeling really low, I feel like we get so far into that because we are ignoring ourselves. We're not giving ourselves the attention, and we are really like screaming out for help. Like I need someone to like come and really help me and give me validation and tell me that everything is going to be okay. Learn to do that for yourself. And I know that it's not always going to be easy, especially when there's this negative talk, but really pay attention to your thoughts. Really pay attention to the way that you are speaking to yourself. What are you saying? How are you talking about yourself to others? How are you talking about yourself to yourself? Whenever you make a mistake, do you say that you're stupid? Do you say that you're dumb? Don't ever call yourself these names. And don't ever allow anyone to say those things to you either, even when in a joke. Because sometimes people want to see how far they can get with you, and they'll tell you, oh, you know, they'll jokingly say something about you like, oh, you're so dumb, ha ha ha. What do you mean? Oh no, I'm just joking. No, don't allow people to talk to you in that way, because what is going to happen is only going to get further and further. Next time, they'll tell you straight to your face that they think that you're stupid. And you don't want to have these kinds of people in your life, especially when you do not treat yourself in that way. So as soon as you start to treat yourself and hold yourself as a priority, everyone else around you will have to do the same. You will not allow anyone to come into your life to treat you less than what you know that you deserve. So really pay attention to that. Where's your mind going as well? Are you spending a lot of time thinking about things that you cannot change? Are you draining yourself and stressing yourself for no reason? Because if you cannot change it, it does not matter how you feel in that moment. There is nothing that is going to change about that situation, and all you are doing is really robbing yourself of your internal peace. If you're constantly thinking about another person, obsessing over them and stressing about what they're doing and what's going on and how people are showing up, you're stressing over things that you can't control, because we cannot control anyone. The only thing that we can control is how we feel and how we react to everything that is going on around us. So anytime you find yourself stressing, anytime you find yourself self-obsessing over someone, really switch the narrative, switch those thoughts and think about something positive within yourself. Think about something positive about yourself, and think about something that you can be doing right now. How can I make better use of my time? How can I spend my time in a way that is going to be beneficial and is going to set me up for success? And while we're talking about success, let's go ahead and talk about goals. You have to have goals, you have to have deadlines, you have to have things that you are working towards, because it gives you a sense of purpose. Whenever we have no meaning and whenever we have no purpose in life, we can tend to feel depressed. We can tend to feel like we're not wanted, like we are not needed. We have to constantly be working towards becoming a better version of ourselves. Make sure that you are adding things to your calendar, any appointments, anything that you need to schedule. Even times whenever it is when it's time to say affirmations or really take time to do certain things, you can add them to your alarms, you can add them to your schedule. That's something that I do often, because I feel like these things that I'm implementing are going to help my future self. And since I want to set myself up for success, I need to organize my day in a way that is going to help me get there. So if I know that I have to do X, Y, and Z this coming week or in the next few days, then I would suggest adding it to your calendar, setting alerts, writing notes of the things that you have to do, doing lists. Whenever you are more organized, you have so much more mental clarity. And whenever you have more mental clarity, you're really able to see things as they are, which means you're going to be less emotionally reactive. You're going to start to think more logically. You're going to see things for what they are. And whenever you are in that space, it's so much easier to enforce your boundaries, and it actually becomes an energetic boundary. It's okay, I'm a person that handles things in this way. I'm not gonna allow someone to come and do this, that, and the other. And you're very much energetically giving off that vibe. So in order to focus on yourself, bring more awareness into the things that you're thinking, into the things that you are doing. How are you spending your time? Where is your energy going? Make sure that you have mindful practices that are going to help you grow spiritually, mentally, physically, move your body, have some sort of health routine as well. Make sure that you're taking care of your skin, make sure that you are taking care of your body, having proper hygiene, brushing your teeth, washing your hair, taking a shower. There is no one else here that can fulfill you if you are not fulfilled within yourself. So really learn to prioritize yourself, learn to take up space, learn to be seen, because a lot of the times we are also scared to be seen. We don't want to express ourselves. We don't want to say how we feel. We want to hide. We don't know how to take up space. But before you do any of those things, I think it's important to really take a pause, check in with yourself, and then speak, and then say certain things. Because sometimes whenever we're not logically thinking and we're not in a place of feeling centered and feeling secure within ourselves, we can be saying things out of emotion, which is not going to be in alignment with the person that we're trying to become. So really listen, really take time to listen to what other people are saying, and also know whenever it is time for you to speak. Whenever it is time for you to take up the space, do not be afraid to do so. Learn to give yourself the support that you need. There's no one in this world that is going to be there for you as much as you have been there for yourself. You have to learn to also be your #1 supporter, to give yourself the validation, to give yourself the love. Take time to take care of yourself. And listen, when I'm talking to you, I'm talking to myself as well, because I often come back to my videos and I'm like, yeah, girl, you're falling off of your routines. You're falling off of this. You need to get back on track. So really be your own motivation. You are valuable. You are worthy. You are meant to have all the things that you want from life. I promise you. Well, guys, thank you for sitting and chatting with me. I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for being here. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you feel called, and I will see you guys in another video.